Going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Warframe. I played this game a long time ago and now I'm getting back into it. I figured I'd make it some episodes on the channel if you guys are enjoying it. We're going to start with doing the Deadlock Protocol. Our struggles within Corpus Elite has erupted. Seeking control, Neff Audio looks to the past, to the very origins of Corpus itself. Visit Iduku in Fortuna.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open. You know where to meet.
Alright, so when it says talk to, you actually have to just follow the waypoint. You don't fast travel to Iduku itself.
So, Neff's making a succession play. Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvos was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Orokin themselves. Granum was no amateur, he had real power. Our ear inside says Neff's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Neff wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet, so they believe, they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvos Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess. Sparky, you find what Neff's looking for. You'll find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
Protean detectors should be on board. Not sure what they look like. See what you can find.
Now I know my Warframe's not the strongest compared to the new endgame stuff, but we should be able to clear out most of the stuff inside this game. We are master rank 15. It does go quite a bit higher. However, we do at least have a Kuva primary weapon. Now, if you guys haven't actually played this game in a very long time, you can link your account to PC, which allows you to transfer with everybody.
Right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can...
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Okay, so it looks like we are going to be in a little bit of a fight here.
Neff Audio, you are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters, or to nothing. So I swear, you will return.
Try not to talk over their dialogue.
I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have history to make.
Now, if anyone's curious what we're playing, we are on Atlas Prime. We have a Kuva Brahma as our primary and a Thionoid Gamma Core as our secondary. This one is like master rank 8, I believe, to get. It's either 6 or 8 for the secondary, at least. Primary weapon, that's going to be master rank 15 for all Kuva weapons that I've seen so far inside the game. yeah, if you've played this game in the past and you're thinking about getting back into it, you can now link it to a PC account. Even if you don't have a PC, you want to do that. That way you're able to trade with PC players.
Why my dad?
No! Biz! What is that thing?
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
Of course you want me to touch it after it just evaporated somebody.
Pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's rig.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
And my melee weapon is the Cindo Prime. This guy is kind of cool though, because you can run around and just literally punch everybody. Now, by the way, if you are a PC player, you will find a code to Once Human inside of the description if you guys are wanting to check it out. I'll have one in today's video, and there's a couple in yesterday's video too if no one actually claimed them. Putting them inside the description just to see if anyone actually reads the descriptions in videos. But if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more gameplay of games like this.
By prophet, by void, it's real. It's real!
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this. How many kids are going to grow up in the fence because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
UD. There's a vent kid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granum tributes. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown. You'll have to search the ship.
Neff as the Corpus figurehead, with a united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people. To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area. If you make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
Cruz, the tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid tribute myself.
All right, here's our chance. Time to tax the taxman.
Intercept the treasurer.
Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me, his son, that sacred golden hand. My surgeons have assured me the procedure will be quick and painless. A pound of old flesh for a glorious new legacy.
I paid top credits to crap in Neff's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
So we can petrify him and basically keeps him in one spot for us.
Of Parvos Granum, and my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. Wait, what? Tenno? Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your Neff is almost home. They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's off. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
So the story, they actually have a bunch of quests inside the Codex, which is what we're doing now. And they're all sort of linked together.
Won't activate with combat nearby. You'll need to take out those troops before going in. We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck.
Look like there was 3 different stages.
So long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary. I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
I the void. You are alive. My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
Oh, so this is how you're going to get Protea. That is another Warframe. Alright, so it looks like we have to interact with the ship on the inside.
But at the cost of all that she was. Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. Do Neff Onyo that honor.
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts, are the model of inadequacy. I called you Nathaniel, but I do not need you. I need them.
Them? Tenno? Father! You're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder.
That was a cool effect.
What the hell? Outwelder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Neff has similar logs?
This has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
not
Time to exfil.
inadequate. Am I? You've been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Crews, repel those specters! We have bigger fish to fry. Vox Solaris. Our interests have come to align. Now, this situation is no one's fault, and I'm not one to point fingers, but my fleet and your workers are facing the same danger. Convince your Tenno servant to re-enter Granum's domain and disable that Protea Spectre. I have just the thing they'll need, but there is some assembly required. You want to rescue those comrades trapped in there, and I want to keep the past where it belongs. Dead and buried. Deal?
Alright, so it looks like he wants us to build something new. We need Xoris blade, core, and handle.
Neff's a bloviating narcissist with the morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at least that makes him predictable. Parvos. That mucker is something else. I don't trust Neff, but if any of our own are still alive in there, we have to try. Biz will lead the build on this Xoris gizmo.
Neff's given us a cipher for an old Granum file. Phantasmic scintilla and motive forces. We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
Now, if we were doing this properly, the best Warframe to pick would be a Limbo, since you can go inside of an alternate dimension and do it without getting caught by the lasers. However, our plan is just to brute force it, punch our way in, have our enemies fear us.
Counterintuition.
Oh, come on.
It started erasing files. Pull that data immediately.
Alright, so stealth might not be our best, play so far. We'll be fine. We got enough health that we can take quite a bit of hits. We're just going to go directly for the Volt. That way we make sure that we have it.
Looks like a partial find. Let's see if that new cipher works as promised.
Some doors ought to remain closed. Now, that's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void. Progress always comes entangled with risk, with violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerating. The Entrati have kept their secrets long enough.
Alright, so we want to come inside of this little vent here. Now this is going to give us access to that door directly across from us. We're going to wait for this laser to pass by. It's going to do its deal. It's going to go back. This other laser is going to slowly make its way towards us, and our goal is to get to that room over there. So we just follow this laser in front of us. That's going to lead us to the door. As long as you're standing right next to the terminal there, it's not going to trip the alarm. So here, we should be good. And if anyone's curious, you do not get a bonus for doing it completely stealthy.
I am calling it the Spectre Particle. As my Archimedeans explained, mimicry is in its nature. An echo exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors, like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set the world on fire.
As long as you kill them before the alarm gets set, you're good. Just like that. So we did 2 stealthy. That's fine. Now, this game is available on all platforms. If you guys haven't played it, it's definitely worth checking out. It's a free-to-play game.
Think they control us. They hit our research site with a Warframe assault team. Of course they did. I baited them to do it. The whole site lit up. 80 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion, void.
Parvos Granum originated spectre particle theory? Guts. This old coot is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Xoris thing.
Thanks for the fast work, Biz. Sparky, listen up. Biz's findings indicate Parvos might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Xoris before Parvos gets free.
Alright, so that'll be over inside of our foundry. And we got everything for it. It has 0 minutes. So it's only going to take about 30 seconds to build this weapon. Then you'll head over to your arsenal and you'll equip it. It's going to be a melee weapon. Traditionally linked to Spectre technology, the Xoris strikes rapidly and with great devastation. It's so fast, it's 0 platinum to rush, so we'll just rush it.
Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
Alright, so that'll be you. I went with Rhino because I feel like he'll be a little bit better for someone with a very weak melee weapon. Because the Xoris is not going to be leveled up while we do this mission.
You're too late! The tributes are jammed open and the old man's errant specters have control of my ship. They're spreading through the fleet. I have no choice. If I can't have my fleet, no one can.
Disengage the destruct.
I can't do that. But don't worry, I'm already at a very comfortable, safe distance.
Now, one thing I forgot to mention is don't forget to put ability cards on your new weapon.
Welder, aboard.
Wait, it's a time prison, right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you theoretically have all the time in the world.
Alright, so now we collected it. Open the portal to the Granum Void. I wonder if we're actually going to have to use the melee weapon or not. Oh, we only have the access to the first one. That makes sense.
Biz. I don't think they made it.
Outwelder? UD, they're alive. Listen, Nef's whole fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that Xoris. There, our rig jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Xoris to break it open.
Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own, no?
Here they come. Take out the errants, then use the Xoris to trap the spectre particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right.
Okay, so we kill them and then we absorb it with the weapon. Alright, that was the first time it made like a little ding. There we go. So we'll let the worm kill them since it's just strong enough to wipe them out. They're only level 10.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Xoris to discharge near them.
Go the Xoris and press to discharge. Alright, so you...
Well done, Outwelder. Now bring the the rest home.
Alright, nice. Alright, so we're getting the hang of things. So basically you want to wait for your sentient to kill them, and then toss it.
Full charge.
Okay, so we got another full charge.
Enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Xoris to discharge near them.
And we got one last target.
Full charge.
Nice.
Target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Xoris to discharge near them.
By now, your friends have noticed that the overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing. Well done, and goodbye. Enjoy your stay.
That cunning. Oh. Outworlder, you've got to get out of there.
Okay, so she rewound time to heal herself.
She's reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it. A fully charged burst from the Xoris might do it.
I need more specters. Alright, so we'll do this again.
There's got to That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Alright, so we need to do it again. She comes back with less health.
The temporal field. Try to interrupt it. That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Alright, so we'll keep her distracted.
The cycle's degrading.
Need one more? There we go. So now when we knock her down. The cycle ends.
You're too late! The old man's errant specters have... Huh? The Protean trace is... gone? Where is he? Where is my father?
That temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Xoris worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Our people are cooling in, Sparky. They're coming home. Tonight, all Fortuna will be singing a verse in your honor.
If anyone's curious, I did do this without having any upgrades on the side of your melee weapon, so it is totally possible. However, obviously we used our gun a little bit inside of like the phase to down Protea, but as long as you're able to throw it at the sentients, you can collect their essences even if they're not dead before you toss it, because sometimes it'll kill them and grab it on the way back like a boomerang.
Xoris, we are reunited. Parents to children, family to family. Take this time to hold one another, for tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars, with Solaris and Tello united.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. And if anyone is curious, you do not need any cards at all on your weapons. I did it without it, however, I do recommend putting them on before you do that.